I'm back with a trade recap. Sorry, I haven't been as sort of productive as active as I would have liked to have been. I've been busy getting back to school, and I've had a lot of schoolwork, and also haven't really took any trades. But as you can see, we are on a trade locker account. I got funded from one of one funding, uh, and this is the first like official trade that I've sort of took on this account. As you can see, I've done like a bit of testing, but it's still like trying to get a feel out for trading on the trade locker platform, because it's not the same as obviously paper trading, where I can just go buy, and then like whatever I risk 1% and I'm in. Like, it's not as easy as that. uh if I wanted to just buy, I could just be like, yeah, sick one, I'll just like buy it. That'd be that. But uh sorry, it's not as obviously not as easy as that. You've got to think about lot size and all that, so I've been kind of getting a feel for it. But going to the trade that I took today, because it was a good trade. It just happened so that my stop loss was far too tight, and it shouldn't have been for some reason. And I didn't know how to adjust it, and I didn't know how to take off partial profits, which I now know, and I know how to set stop loss. So it's kind of been a feel out kind of thing. But nonetheless, I lost $77, as you can see, 75 even, which is ideal. But it's not nothing that we can't make back. Obviously the balance is still looking pretty healthy, and I think to pass the funded, I need to make $554, and that's not unachievable. I'm only $75 down from my original thing, so I'll work through the trade for today. So see if I can just add that. So going into today, I kind of had a mixed bias. I probably was looking for longs, because as you can see, we have quite a clear uptrend, bit of a retrace, and I'll be looking to probably continue that trend, which is why I took a long today. It happened to be the right bias. On the forward, not much we can see. We respect this little gap within here. We respect this gap on this candle. We disregard that, and we can see we clearly pushed through that. So on the forward, that was kind of it. And it really looked as high as these forward highs. I thought in that day they were kind of unattainable. But to be fair, we're going to come up to them. So to be fair, they were. In terms of 1 hour, what I was seeing a lot of, obviously this kind of whole range within here was where the fair value gap was. So we already kind of pushed into that, so I kind of disregarded that as a level. But I just marked up my 1 hour lows, highs in here, so there was kind of two key areas, and obviously into when market opened, we were pretty much down at these levels anyway. As you can see, we opened here, sorry. So we were pretty close to that 1 hour low, so then that kind of confirmed my confidence. So we were going to try and long for the day, so I was going to target this liquidity, fair value gap, and also this forward high. So they were kind of my three profit targets for today. There were 3 hours that I was kind of looking to get took out, so that's kind of what I'm seeing on the 1 hour. Going out the 15 minute, we can see a bit of a 15-minute order block. Ooh, shite. So that was there, which is what I'm going to try and incorporate in my trading a bit more. Sorry. Taking into consideration more order blocks and fair value gaps as I'm bringing it for price. So you can see here that we kind of just ran through this order block, which is kind of a really bullish sign for me. Obviously, I entered beforehand with the view that I thought we would push to, which we in fact did. And then mixing on the 50 minute, we come down pretty much as soon as market opens and take out this liquidity. So yeah, that was when I was kind of looking to trade with a 15 minute high here. That was my first take profit, which I didn't actually chop any at because I was still confused as how to take partials. But obviously we see, we sort of get this, we get, so we get a sweep of liquidity at 10 minutes into market open. We get some big dicks up, and then I'm just looking for that 5 minute retrace as we got a few candles later. So I'll try and get in there and refine my entry. Obviously we come up, we get this 5 minute retrace, and I took this retrace as sort of a we had a tiny imbalance in it here that I know I used. Oh bugger, so hard to draw a little slither. And to be honest, Not my best trade. Was it an A plus setup? Probably not. Nonetheless, it was right. Just obviously the issue with the stop loss being too tight. Anyway, shit, never mind. We ran through that. That's on me. Anyway, what I was saying is, we had a 5 minute retrace here. We had this bullish imbalance made, which we got a rejection in. And then we also broke structure, disregard that, to the upside on this candle. And then we filled this fair value gap as well. So I kind of entered long on this candle here. You see, buy 2 lots. This was my entry. This candle had my stops like probably just bottom ticked it in hindsight. I definitely should have had my stops. Well, as I know, my rule on my fair value gap is here. Second candle, so it would have been there. And then my take profit was all the way up here for a 1 to 5. Obviously, we know that didn't happen, but that was just a trade of what I could have took if I got my stop loss right and I knew how to place it, because obviously I would have put it below the fair value gap. But it's a learning curve. I know how to trade now. I've got a feel for it, even though we are $75 down. Not going to be a massive issue, but overall, I know myself that the trade was correct. My idea behind the trade was right. My confluences fit the trade. 20 times of that, that's sort of a positive. Also, as an extra confluence, we did hit equilibrium. We hit equilibrium. So that was kind of an extra confluence. We had obviously liquidity sweep, 5 minute retrace, and then we had equilibrium for value gap and a breaker structure, which is kind of all my major confluences, if you like, to take that trade. Also, this was kind of a BPR within here, if you could call it that, but that's a trade. So we lost, bottom ticked. Literally, my stop loss was, for some reason, sat right here. Bottom ticked it by a tick, the smallest amount, but obviously that's what it comes down to. So that was the trade. It was right, but looking around the markets, I didn't really see much. I sort of fancy gold rallied. Nasdaq, I didn't get a chance to look at those in class, but once again, we don't really have much popping actually. No, we didn't actually. No, we didn't have much to trade off, and then I think it's probably the same for the S&P. But obviously, I'll keep on battling through the funded account and obviously see where it can take me. I want to try. I say this every time. Try and get a bit more content out to you guys. But obviously, it's hard at school. I'm going to release a training guide on my strategy. And I'm looking forward to getting a bit more content out to you guys. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one very, very soon. That is a promise.